All right, everyone, welcome. It is Monday, August 21st, and this is our Team Ambassador meeting. We are people in our group who are looking to share this opportunity with others. So I did put a post on our Team Impact page today for you guys to comment on, trying to see if there are any other hidden ambassadors out there. I want to make sure the people that are in our group are the ones that want to be there and that we're not missing anyone that wants to be there. So make sure you guys include people that either have people on their team and can benefit, or they are interested in sharing with other people. So whether they want to share with 1 or 2,000, we'd like to have them with us. So cool. All right, I have a list of things. We had our ISA Mastermind call today, which is all of Cindy's executives, and she went over a bunch of stuff that's going on. I mean, I feel like with summer ending and fall beginning, there is just so much going on that it's important to plug in just to get a cheat sheet and figure it all out, because if you try to figure it out on your own, forget about it. So definitely come off of mute and jump in at any point. So one of the first things I wanted to bring up is this Wednesday night, Cindy is going to do a live Zoom, and I think she says I don't know if she has already, but put it on ISA for Wealth, and we can actually copy it into the mastermind, into our ambassador group to make sure it's easy to find. She is going to do a live with Angela Maresca, and basically they are both ISA millionaires, but they have built their teams very differently. Angela Maresca is an enrolling crazy girl. She will enroll 5 people walking down the street, like no joke. There are no meetings to be had. There is nothing. She gets her hair cut at a different place every time she gets her hair cut, and probably gets her hair cut more frequently than she should, just to go enroll people. And so she's going to share that, and then in return, Cindy's going to share with her team about building leaders, because that's kind of where Angela struggles. But I think it'll be awesome on Wednesday night to listen to what Angela says, and she's willing to answer questions. So if enrolling is something that doesn't come easy, or you feel as though, which we all do, have room to grow with, definitely look for that information. It's going to be 8 o'clock on Wednesday night. And someone did say isn't the corporate call 8 o'clock on Wednesday night, which it usually is, but that's for prospects. So we don't need to be on that call. We need to make sure we have prospects on the corporate call, and then we can go get educated on the other call. So that is 8 o'clock on Wednesday night. Anything to add to that one, Tiff?
No, I was trying to see if she said she posted it, but I can't find it in ISA for Wealth. So once she said she was going to be reposting it, because once we see that, I will add it. But she said it's going to be a Zoom call, 8 o'clock Wednesday. So just mark it on your calendars, and we'll post it in the ambassador group. Yeah.
You waving at us, Andrea? You got a question?
No, that's good. I was just one. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. Another thing that's happening is our 21-day focus group that we're doing within Team Impact, which I am so excited about. And so far we have Andrea, Sean, Tiffany, Angela, and myself that are looking to coach it. And my goal there is for the 5 of us to get together and start planning how we're going to handle it. I mean, it's 21 days. We want to do a short video each day, trying to educate people on those first 21 days of a 30 days. So getting them through shake days, getting them through cleanse days, teaching them about the products that they're going to receive in your basic 30-day, because we all know the more educated they are, the more likely they are to succeed, and the more likely they are to share it with other people. So when people go, oh my God, you're cleansing, what is that? That's crazy, they can actually intelligently respond. So it's going to be a group. We have over 300 people in Team Impact. I want as many of those people getting re-engaged, because I know a lot of my people didn't start out the right way. They weren't trained or educated in those first 21 days the way I would have liked to. So it's a great way for me to go back to a lot of them and say, hey, back to school, back to you, whatever you want to call it. We can come up with something clever, and it's just a focus group. So that we're not saying it's a fix. We're not saying it's a get rich quick. We're just going to focus for 21 days so that we can, launch ourselves into the fall. And it actually is going to tie in, because as a mastermind group, we've put together a lot of individual groups, and what has been decided is they're going to create a 16-week group called Fit Happens. And in that group, they're going to have a lot of mini groups, like the Bedtime Belly Buster and something like this, like a 21-day focus, etc. But I see it working well is that we do our 21 focus and then we can roll people into that group. We can introduce that group and say, if you want more support, if you want to continue to get educated, this is a great place to go because they're going to cover multiple topics. You know, and even explaining the groups in those 21 days is huge so that people know where to go and, you know, explaining podcasts, etc. So we won't be competing against another group, which is great because there was talk of doing like a back to school group, you know, like the Bedtime Belly Buster and the Get Active. But this one's kind of a much bigger group that I really think this is like going to be a good warm up before you just dump people into there. So they don't even have a start date on that one, which I imagine is
they were
pretty
talking
soon.
about the day after Labor Day.
Right.
But the one thing that I do love about their group, so it's again 16 weeks, like Gina said, and they're going to start off with a 30-day, and then they're going to roll into like getting people re-engaged with like maybe a Bedtime Belly Buster, like, you know, because, you know, then, and people can be added anytime. But what I love about like ours is it'll be a little bit smaller.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually be a part of that other group and use some of the stuff that we see that we like in this group. So it'll make it easy for us to have posts.
Yes.
But yet people won't be so overwhelmed because, as we know, it's all of Cindy's team. It could be overwhelming for some people. So it's a great way to transition them and see us as the leaders, but then move into there.
Right.
And feel that sense of community here, but then know that there's a bigger group out there too. So
yeah.
I think it'll be really good.
In the Get Active group, we did, like Sue did live question and answers, which I definitely want to do several times in that 21-day thing. We can do live question and answers where we'll have a question and answer running all the time where people can ask questions, but then we'll go live and answer those questions and then let people ask questions for exactly that reason so that they can feel plugged in. They can feel like they're having a conversation with someone. So even if it's someone we haven't enrolled, you might find people that are out there, you know, that want to they want to be engaged, but we just never knew. So that's why we're doing it in the Team Impact group, because it'll enhance our content out there, and hopefully even some people standing on the sidelines might just say, hey, you know, that's pretty interesting.
Well, I have a question.
Yep.
Since we have 300 people, you're talking about doing like another group within the Team Impact?
Nope.
Or you're just going to roll it through the Team Impact?
Yep. Okay. We're just going to, you know, like the first post will probably be something to the effect of, we're doing a 21-day focus group, comment below if you want to be involved.
Okay.
And we're not putting you in another
better
group.
To just do it right in there.
Yes.
I thought it was going to be another separate page.
Nope, because we want everyone to see the content.
Then it gets to be that you're in too many little things.
Yes, we want people to be engaged, and then we just want some people just kind of watching it who didn't say they wanted to be in it, but might learn something. Right. Because it should all be content that, you know, is of interest to everybody.
Right. Right.
Ideally.
Right. Well, right. Exactly.
Yeah. So that will be September 10th to the 30th will be when we stop pushing that content out. So the 5 of us have some time to prepare what we're going to do exactly. And I, as we did in the Get Active group, is we did all the work before September 10th, like before our kickoff date, and we had it all done. So it was just very easy to post. So it wasn't like, oh, Wednesday got really busy and I couldn't post about shakes. You know, like we knew what days we were doing stuff, and you needed to get it done before that day. And it was awesome. And it was great. You know, we'll promote it that these are the coaches, and you guys can promote it because pretty much everybody's linked into everybody, because you can say, oh, these are the people that got me started, or if you're a part of it, hey, you know, I'm running this. So get everyone well connected. So it's a great opportunity to get people re-engaged, and it's also a great time to go out and tell. Well, this week I think we go out and we talk about shakes and, you know, any launch parties we're doing. But come September 1st, it's a great way to, you know, reach out to people and say, we have a group starting on the 10th. We'd love to help you get some products so that you can, you know, get started right with this group. So you can be looking at prospects as well as, you know, current clients. Okay, so more to come on that. Any questions on that? Comments? Concerns? All right, 90-day action plans. I have Tiffany's and Angela's, so I've added both of them to the HHP action group. Has everybody else that's wanted to be added been added or done their goals, or is anyone working because they've started the training?
I still owe mine.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, because they did. Cindy's done an intro.
I'll own up to the fact I haven't submitted.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. I've been distracted.
Yeah. Well, there's some great info in this. Cindy's done it. Her intro all about organization, and Sue's done it, her power hour, and they are going to continue for 90 days in there. So it's definitely something for us for our own personal development to get involved in. So if you haven't done that, please fill out that form of what your goals are so we can get you added to the group. Okay. Questions on that?
Yeah, and I do want to talk about like the Power Hour. If you haven't reprinted that form, you should reprint it, because I know we've all printed it in the past. But yeah, they've updated it. Very good. So they've updated it so that, just to be up to date with all the changes that have taken place, and, just that we've learned over the time. So you might want to reprint that.
Well, we'll repost that then.
And then the other thing is that
Is
what?
the updated one on our site yet?
I haven't put it in
No,
there yet.
we'll do that. Yeah,
I have the old one. I have the old one. I just wanted to.
Yeah, Tiffany posted that last one on May 10th in our files.
Yeah,
so maybe
so
we'll delete that one. And
I
Yeah.
did it last week. No, that's no problem.
That's
we'll repost that, and then so that's a good point, because I just found out today that it was updated. So and then the other part is, if anybody hasn't thought about this, I know Gina laminates her, so if you happen to have laminator, it's great because you don't have to print multiple copies, and you can use a dry erase to update it. Or what Sharon Robinson shared with us is that she puts it in one of those envelopes that has the plastic.
Well, this is just a binder, so
yeah,
the front of a
and then
binder.
you can use a dry erase, so that way you don't have to print out multiple copies. You can just use a dry erase marker for that.
And another great comment Sharon had, and it's so funny because I fall victim to this, is what she tells her team is, so if you've never seen the Power Hour, make sure you see it, but what she tells her people is to go down, and even if you only get through 2 sections on Monday, Tuesday, start here. Like, we all tend to go back up to the top and wish everybody a happy birthday. Yeah, because that's the easy thing. So make sure it's a consecutive, you want to keep cycling through all of the activities. And not so, obviously you want to try to do that every day, but if your day doesn't allow for all of it, make sure you pick up where you left off, finish down, and keep going, like reading a book.
I have a question.
Keep going down. Yes.
Go ahead, Andrea.
Can you explain the 10 for 10 thing?
The 10% thing?
10 lists of 10?
Oh, yes. So that is, the goal is to have 100 leads, 100 contacts that you want to reach out to. And then their example, so this works if you have 50, if you have 20, whatever, to break that 100 up into 10 groups of 10. And so day 1, you contact group 1. Day 2, you contact group 2. And you cycle through them so that you're touching all your 100, but in chunks of 10s, so you're not overwhelmed. You can do 10 groups of 5 if you have a prospect list of 50. And it really is effective because then you're not just contacting your top people every time, and you're forcing yourself to contact 50 people over the course of a week or 100.
The thing that I liked about that was you also realized that you needed to add more,
Yes.
you need more people, right? It kind of, when I was really doing the Power Hour consistently, I realized where the weaknesses were in my business, because I would get to the one section and go, oh, well, I have nobody else to talk to about enrolling in
Right.
Isabody, so obviously I need more people or whatever. So
Yeah, and it makes maintaining a list of 100 very manageable, whereas you think, how am I going to talk to 100 people? But when you break it down, like, I only need to do 10 a day, Because you don't need to talk to those people every day. You just need to reach out. And by reach out, it means, you're commenting on a post, you're sending them a private message, you can pick up the phone, or if it's someone you're going to run into, whatever, you're connecting with those people, at least once a week, or however you break down that 10, 10, and 10. Does that make sense? I listed mine like group A, B, C, D, or whatever, and I would just go through them. Like I would hit, say Tuesday, I, didn't get my full power hour done, I'll just hit that group on Wednesday. Because there was a point where I was very consistent. I was hitting all the same people on Monday, every Monday. And I was like, okay, I need to move that group around so it doesn't look so methodical. You're like, happy Monday again. It's me. Any other power hour questions? And that training is she did it again in the new 90-day game plan group. So I think every time you hear it, kind of hear something a little different. It's all about checklists, because we all like to have checklists that we go in and we all know the activities we need to do, but when you actually check them off, you're like, wow, I really haven't been doing that, whatever that is.
Yeah. Now I want to make a comment about, since Becca brought up the IsaBody thing, is that Cindy mentioned, and I actually looked at my report, and it is true. We thought that only new people that got enrolled in IsaBody were counting for the points for the championship challenge. It's actually anybody you personally enrolled. So it's always a good idea to make sure everybody you have that's personally enrolled is enrolled in IsaBody. But if you're in the championship challenge, which all of you are, everybody's counting for points. So it's not just the new people you enrolled. You're getting points for all of them. So it's a good extra incentive to reach out to everybody.
And healthy mind and body, same thing.
Yes, same thing.
Yeah, I did know that for some reason. I don't know why.
It was very unclear because I kept looking and it seemed like it was insinuating that only new people.
Oh.
But maybe they meant new people enrolled
challenge.
Into IsaBody. Yeah.
So speaking of the championship challenge, if you guys are able to pull up your reports, let's pull them up, check them out, because we still don't have access to anybody's numbers other than our own. So a little shout out would be awesome. I think my enrollments just got updated, Tiff, so I don't know if yours did. I've enrolled 4 people in the challenge window so far since July 1st. So minimum of 10 for everyone.
I only have 1.
You have 1. That's 1.
1.
Not only. We're grateful for that 1. Andrea has 2.
Right now.
I have 335 points as of today. I am number 1,065 out of 7,967, which is kind of sad. There's only 7,967 people.
Yeah, out of
that are enrolled in the championship challenge. Out of how many consultants out there?
Well, is that counting the people in the teams or not?
I would say so.
I believe so, because they're all you're all individual, even if you're in a team.
Okay.
Britt's checking. She can't talk, but she's updating us in the chat. Anyone else want to share their numbers?
Someone has 100 enrollments.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Holy crap.
And 76 of enrollments above them.
I know.
I know.
And then as low as 22 in that top 10. So it's crazy. You can get points from a lot of different places.
There's even a 17 in in
the top 10. Number 8.
And they're from Kennett Square.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, I know Denise. Well, I don't know her, but if anybody is like, oh yeah, I enroll with Denise Shanta, I'm like, oh great.
Yeah. There you go. You're all set then. Sounds great. Well, the person has 10 enrollments and they're in 10th place. Yeah. So a lot of different ways to get those numbers.
Yeah. So I have 470.
Nice.
I still have 90. That's what I had last week.
Good. So definitely the IsaBody and the Healthy Mind and Body are good
points. I'm going to work on mine.
Yeah, I definitely got to, I really do. I go in spurts, but I that is something I have to focus more on.
Yes. I only have 20 points in
and I'll be honest, because I'm still on vacation.
I know. I was going to say, are you still at your mom's?
Yeah, I'm still at my mom's. Still here. She's like, yeah, still here. It's more about Lexi that's still here than Zach and I.
Yeah, I bet. Lexi's like,
Yeah. But anyway, once I get back, I haven't enrolled myself back into the Healthy Mind and Body. So, because I didn't want to start when I couldn't do it every day.
Well, you can enroll and pick a date up to 7 days out to start.
Yeah, I just figure I might as well enroll once I'm ready to start,
Except that's
trying to catch
enroll
up
today.
That's
That was our to-do.
I'll be going back Wednesday, so.
Yeah, I enrolled and I think I'm starting on Wednesday because it ends on my birthday, so.
Oh.
So another Healthy Mind and Body. And everybody
Anybody
knows, Melissa, you enrolled in a Nice Body or a Healthy Mind and Body? Have you done either one of them? Yeah, good.
I did. I got on the call that Cindy had the other day with
Rod.
Yeah,
Rod
well, it wasn't
Harrison.
actually Rod. It was one of his people. But she said on that call that if you've done 4 Healthy Mind and Bodies, if by chance you've done 4 of them, to contact the Growth U people, and they have a special reward for you, just in case anybody is on their 4th one.
You have to complete 4?
Yeah. I haven't. I've done it twice. I haven't done it again yet.
Yeah. I haven't completed 4.
So speaking also of a great way to track everybody, we heard a great tip today also about, does everybody know that if you go in to view your tree in your back office, and then there's a button that says view personally enrolled, it'll bring up all of your personally enrolled and some details about them.
It's personally enrolled details is the button.
Personally enrolled details. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then if you just highlight the whole list, you can copy and paste it into Excel, like
Or Word.
Word
actually is cleaner, believe it or not. I mean, unless you're going to do something with it in Excel.
Oh, Word is cleaner?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was doing it today, and but I don't have anywhere to print it here. But I was just looking at it. But then she goes through, and next to every and all your terminated are going to be on there too. But this is great for the shake days because she reaches out to all her shake people that even if they're terminated, all the terminated people, and says, hey, I know you loved in the past, wanted to make sure that you knew that this new shake is coming out. I thought of you, thought you might want to give it a try. And she said she can't.
Because it has the email and the phone number too. So not just Facebook.
Right. So you can reach out to them, and, it's a great way to check off everybody, making sure you're reaching out to everybody. But also for Healthy Mind and Body and IsaBody, you can check off to see, have you contacted them? So it's just a great way to go through and make sure that you're not missing anybody, because it's all your personally enrolled. Plus you get to see how many people you've enrolled over your whole lifespan. Which was
Erica taught me about that button. That's the only button she uses, because I guess when you have like the massive organization she has, that's what she goes to the personally enrolled. And then if you have, like Andrew, you'd want to log in as Kelly and go under that personally enrolled details and print that off too. So like I went in under Bill and printed off his as well, so that you have them all. And I have done that probably once every 2 months, and I keep this with me. And that's why when I'm doing my power hour, it's easy to like do client service stuff and everything, because it's just all, you can check it off and write notes next to it. It just makes it a little easier to know who you're contacting.
Can I give a little tip? So what I did yesterday for hours, oh shit, hold on. Okay, when I get a text,
freezes you.
Freezes. Okay, I texted or personal messaged every single person about the new products and the new shake, like to watch out for Tuesday for the new shake. It took me hours, but you know what? I felt so accomplished, and I got a lot of like, thank you, oh my gosh, So if you have time to just go through every single person, it's great. Yeah. So now I feel like, oh good, I got all my customer service out of the way for like a while,
Right. Absolutely. And you touched all of them, so which is good. I was just trying to mess with my like speaker view, whatever, because I felt bad that last recording. It was like, like everybody was nice and big, but sorry. Might be that way again. All right. Any other questions on the personally enrolled details? So we can all feel accomplished. like Andrea. It's true. You don't miss anyone. All right, let's see. Hashtagging Team Impact. I know we've started doing that. Makes my life so much easier. I'm loving seeing everyone's posts and being able to comment on them. So everyone understands when we're in HHP, if you just hashtag Team Impact, that's awesome. It allows us to quickly search and make sure we're loving on everyone of us and really making our posts. If you hashtag Team Impact outside of a group, you might want to hashtag Team Impact HHP, just because there are other people using the hashtag Team Impact. But within like our little Isagenix groups, we seem to be the only ones using that. So you're pretty safe with just the Team Impact. That makes sense? Everyone's cool on that? All right, there are some changes coming down on HHP that, Tiffany, you were on that call, you watched that call? I have not watched that call yet.
I watched the call, yes.
Okay.
So, okay.
Share anything?
Yes. So, people have concerns about HHP. To be honest, I haven't had these challenges, but some people have had some poaching done of their team members. If we all know what poaching means, meaning people stealing team member, like people are saying, hey, I want to get started. And they're like, oh, call me. And then they steal their people that they've added there. Some people have actually deleted people from HHP so that they could re-add them. So if they went back in,
I didn't know that.
They could say that they added them. Now it seems like it's kind of rare instances that it's like malicious like that. Most of the incidents that are happening are things like somebody innocently really connected with somebody else and reached out to them because they just connected with that person online and they wanted to start with them and they didn't really know the person that well that added them to the page. And then like people didn't know, a lot of the newer like non-leaders don't know, hey, somebody's reaching out to me, I'm going to help them get started. They just don't know any better. So a lot of it's innocent. And then of course, we've seen people post, message me for more details. And typically that's innocent too, because all they were doing was copying what they had on their personal page into HHP. Just lots of things like that. Also, comments like the vomiting, we
the
wanted
negative
to
Nelly's looking for attention.
Yeah, we want it to be a support page, but we don't need some of the really negative things. And then I'm going to be honest, there's been some really obscene things on there that we catch right away. So we're just trying to control it a little bit more. So,
yeah, like some people put like their personal before and afters and you get people making obnoxious comments. It's insane. So.
Oh, Gene, I don't even know if you know, there's been some porn stuff on there. I mean, there's been like, so we're trying to, kind of, it's, we have over 35,000 people now on there. So obviously there are going to be some of these challenges. Overall, it's still an awesome, awesome tool that we all have access to and we all still love it, but we just want to make sure that we're managing it and that nobody, because some people are not adding people to HHP because of some of the negativity and some of the things that have happened. So
what
we
we're
want to
doing
make
is
it a safe place for everybody. So some of the changes that are going to happen.
Yeah.
One is that all posts are now going to be approved by an admin. So if you post anything, there's 53 admin and some of you are admin. So if you don't want to be responsible for looking at posts every so often, there's 53 of them, so it's not like you're going to have to do it every day. But if you go in there and you happen to see some that need to be approved, we are asking everybody that's an admin to approve some, like just look them over, make sure that they're compliant. Because the other thing is going to help deter anybody that's putting a non-compliant post. Like, I lost 30 pounds in 20 days or, whatever it is. So it's going to make sure nothing non-compliant, nothing that's vulgar, nothing, or nothing that's saying message me for details, all of that. It's going to help control a little bit of that. So everything's going to be approved. And the other big thing is the welcomes. I loved this idea. So the welcomes, again, so that nobody, for one thing, if you ever look at the page, sometimes it's just inundated with a whole bunch of welcomes. So there's going to be one welcome post that you're going to tag anybody that you add to the group in that same welcome post. And in that welcome post, there's going to be videos listed, and it's going to be like 1 through 6. So if you want your people to watch, like, make sure that you watch videos 1 and 3. And, you know, if they want to watch the other ones, that's great. But let's just say for you, I would like you to watch 1 and 3. So in the comments, you'll tag them, say, welcome to the group. Be sure to watch videos number 1 and 3. They will give you a great overview for what you're looking for, and we'll chat soon. So it'll all be in the comments. So it'll all be one welcome post.
Tiffany, did they say who's going to make that post? I hope it's Cindy.
I hope so. Yeah, they didn't say exactly. They just said they were still working.
It's always Lori, and I want it to be Cindy because it's really hard for like me to explain who Lori is a lot of times, and when
that's
we
a
all
good
roll
point.
up to Cindy.
We should talk to Cindy about that. But there's still, and this has not rolled out yet because they said it's going to be approximately 2 weeks because they're going to do new like rules. They're going to do new training. Like, they don't want to just start this without explaining it to everybody. But they're going to change the description in HHP to have some of the rules, you know, making sure that there's no poaching, all that kind of stuff. The video that's coming from Lori that is typically pinned is going to be in the welcome post. It's going to be one of the videos to watch. So there's the only pinned post is going to be the welcome post. And they're also going to have just, you know, explanation of, you know, what the group is about, you know, that kind of thing. But it's just a great place that you can do that. And so I love many things of it in the aspect that there's not going to be all these welcomes. It's going to be one place where you put everybody. The other thing that I love is there's not going to be any competition. Like, this person has 20 welcomes and mine has 2. You know, like, I mean, like, you know, because sometimes I'm sure there's people that are like, you know, I don't feel as welcome as that person. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that many people look at it, but I know that I'm like, well, you know, why is this person getting 20 welcomes? And, you know, right. So there's not going to be any of that. And, you know, we don't have to worry about all that.
On them at all, right? Once they go into that thing, the welcome thread, there won't be any welcome, like,
right. You don't have to comment on it anymore.
No.
And then when we do the admin approve thing, do the comments get approved also, or is it just the post?
I don't think
it's just the post. Yeah, I think it's just
you gotta still read them, but you can't.
Yeah, we can turn off commenting. So if comments start going, and we've done that before. Sometimes when people start posting some negative things, but people are giving good positive feedback, we'll just turn off the commenting so it doesn't go any further.
Okay.
And you can do that. But yeah, I think you can only stop the original post, and then you can turn off the comments if you want,
or delete,
or delete.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're hoping we shouldn't have to delete as many things because they're all going to be approved.
But if people are commenting on stuff, then it'll be, you know, there'll be,
and it's gonna stop us having to find out who added people. Like, we can nip it in the bud right away. We can easily find who's trying to post something like that.
Well, it's a great way to educate up front.
Right.
Because you can talk to them before it even gets posted, and then they don't feel bad like they've done something wrong when they didn't really know.
Right. Because most people, I mean, I would say 95% of it is just very innocent.
You get all the medical claims and stuff all the time, and they're just so happy with the fact that they just came home from the doctor and their rheumatoid arthritis is that, and you're just like,
right.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, they're just telling their own truth, but, you know, unfortunately
And then they get mad when you tell them they can't tell their own truth, but it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
So, I get mad. I think it does
I know.
make sense.
I mean, I would love to shout out some of the things, but yeah.
So next week or the week after, hopefully we'll have more details. There'll be a new HHP checklist, obviously, because it'll be a different process of welcoming people and all of that fun stuff. So, but for now, it's kind of business as usual. It is a great place to add people still, so that they see all the information. They don't get as bombarded as we get with HHP because they don't have as many friends in HHP as we do. So don't be afraid to put people in there because they're not seeing it like we see it. So always keep that in mind when you add people.
Tiff, not that I've been scheduling very many posts, how does that going to work from an admin perspective? Or do admins not have to have their posts approved?
Oh yeah, admins never have to be approved because...
That's what I figured, but thought I'd ask.
No, it's a good question. Yeah, like it's because we're admins, we wouldn't have to approve our own posts, because admins don't have to be approved. So, but yeah, anybody else that's posting that's not an admin, we're going to have to approve it. But like I said, with 53 people, we really don't think that's going to be a big challenge. There's also people that love to do that kind of stuff in there. So I have a feeling that we're not going to have to do much of that. But just know, like, we do have a responsibility as admins to do that every so often. If you go in there and see that. And also, if you can, tracking down that person, but just explaining to them in a nice manner, and we were explaining that, like, making sure.
We don't probably have to get into all the details though, Tiff, because not everyone here is an admin, and all this stuff will be on that admin page. I just wanted a high level, make sure you guys are looking at that, because it was like a 45-minute video about this, and so if you want to continue to be an admin, if you want to continue to be an admin, make sure you plug in, and then the rest of us will. Well, I am an admin, but the rest of us will just wait and find out what the details are. So
I have a question though too about the 90-day action plan, the video. I think it was the video Susan did. I've been watching.
Power Hour one.
It's like so many things I've been watching. I can't.
Yeah.
exactly place where it was from, but I felt like we were getting scolded for using other people's posts. Did you guys
that was Alex's. That was when she was talking about doing. That was Alex. I think
I didn't listen to that all the way, so I don't think it was in that one. I only got through half of that the other day.
Okay.
I feel like it was before that.
I use whatever I want whenever I want.
Yeah, I was going to say,
don't take other people's pictures and other people's posts, because they could have spent hours doing these posts and like getting all this. And I'm like, that's part of what the whole HHP.
I'm not taking a picture of a personal picture of somebody.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Right. The duplication of, like somebody else has already done the work, that you just go ahead and take it. So then I've been like, all week I've been like, am I allowed to use this one? Like,
no, I don't agree. Like, we're one team. To me, if I created an image, anybody is welcome to it.
That's what I feel like.
If you're putting it in HHP, you're putting it in our retail store, and we all work in that store. Even if I put it on my
personal page, I don't care. Like, I want our whole team, and whether it's you guys or whether it's anybody I know in HHP or anybody in Isogenics, to take it,
it's being used the right way.
And I was like, maybe if I go out to another page and take one of their images instead of these tiny people who are complaining about,
Yeah, no, I don't agree. Now the one thing they were saying is, like, just be careful if they have their little logo, like Lisa Maciel has her own little image, her own little, what do you call that?
Right, her runner.
Her little runner person. Don't crop that out. They were saying, like, if she, like, things like that, I mean, that's, or if you are posting it, just realize that it has her little thing on it.
A lot of times I crop it out because I don't want it to have come from her. Like, she drops that on general things.
Yeah.
Like, it's not an image she created. Like,
I know.
It was an image of her, because I've created a little image guide too on mine, but that's only for my people to see that brand.
Right. See, I make mine all generic because I want anybody to be able to take them. Like, it's. So it's just differences of opinion on that, but I don't see any problem with that. And yeah,
I just felt like we were getting scolded for using people's stuff when I was like, well, that's.
See, I didn't watch Susan's. I did watch Alex. I can't think of her last name right now.
Yeah.
Alex
Cowell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andrew, you're like in the background.
What were you saying, Andrea?
Echoing.
Thought. I had the same thought too when I was listening to that. I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, don't crop out somebody's little watermark. But we do share each other's things. So that was definitely a conflict in my mind as well.
That's what I
guess we just have to be careful what we pick and choose.
I think that's just one person's opinion.
Me too. I agree.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, because
I just wanted to clarify
members to be able to benefit.
That, because I was actually like, oh my gosh, like, really, we're not supposed to be doing that anymore?
No, if you hear, I mean, maybe you just don't want to use theirs.
Well, and I
But-
crop out the watermarks all the time because
Oh,
I
do
don't.
too. I do too. I'm
want-
just saying that's what they were saying was, yeah.
But I don't want Lisa. I don't want Lisa to think that I'm trying to use her stuff. You know what I mean? I'm making it my own. Well, just
Yeah.
like I crop out Tony Robbins' URL on the bottom of his stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Well, and I will say though, if the verbiage that they use, I would say use your own words or at least some of your own. Like if it doesn't sound like you,
oh, of course.
people are going to know that it's not you with the verbiage part of it. So definitely make it sound like you. So I do always change the words, at least to make it sound like me.
Oh, absolutely.
You
Me
know.
too. But I'm talking images, not.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I usually use my own because I'm not an emoji person, and mostly everybody's
Oh yes. sometimes
content
there
is emoji like crazy. So I usually redo it anyways.
Oh my god, that drives me nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anything else? What other topics do you guys have tomorrow? I did put something out there about the shake for tomorrow because I figured worst case scenario it doesn't come out, people are going to call me and I'm going to say, oh, it's coming out the next day. So I just want to, get people excited. And I've already had people messaging me, is it really that good? And, I'll be jumping on and then tomorrow I'll do more
Is it
specific.
really that good?
It is. I
It
love
is
it.
actually really good.
I intend to order.
Yeah.
This will be the first one I've ordered in a long time because I love cookies and cream. Love.
Stock up, sister.
I love Gina's. It was really, really good. I definitely would promote it.
I'm getting an echo. Somebody else getting an echo.
I know I am too.
I think, Andrea, are you on mute? Me? I think it's you.
I muted her. Sorry, Andrea, I muted you. You can unmute. Or you can mute yourself. It is yours. Yeah, I love it. I've been mixing it. I've said before I actually got on that I've been doing like a scoop of cookies and cream, a scoop of chocolate. I've done a scoop of cookies and cream and a scoop of mocha. I like it as is. It's thinner. It's like the consistency of the creamy French vanilla. You know what I mean? It's not thick like the Dutch chocolate. So it's really easy to just drink and fully enjoy. So
I know,
really.
but if I'm having cookies and cream, I want it thick.
Well, then you'd have to add ice if you want it thick like that. But it's
Right.
not creamy thick like the Dutch chocolate. That's why I'm saying putting a scoop of
Gotcha.
Dutch chocolate in. And I know Lisa Macy loves her chocolate mint. And she still has it, and she's been adding it to that and says it's
Ooh.
amazing.
Yum.
So just depends what you like. I like the consistency. I like it actually thinner because I sometimes feel like the Dutch chocolate in the summer is too thick. So it's just
It's too
everybody's.
thick.
Yes, too thick.
What's that?
Yeah, that's a consistency thing.
I know.
That's why whenever people are like, what's your favorite? It's like, it's such a personal preference. It's very hard.
Yep.
That's why we have so many options. Anything else? We have an event here in Massachusetts on the 30th at Sean's gym at 7:30. So I set up an event for that. If you have anyone in this area that wants to go to that, we're calling it the Back to School, Back to You. We're going to talk about our 21-day focus group there and obviously just in general getting people started. So that is what we have going on our end.
Yeah, and I mentioned earlier, so Andrea is coordinating this. So on the 13th of September, there is a fundraiser at the Brandywine Brew Company that Andrea and Raquel are going to be guest bartenders, but it's a great cause. And we're going to put it together as a get-together for all of our team here. And the following Wednesday on the 20th, there is a 5K down at the riverfront. I forget which 5K is it, Andrea? Again, you can unmute if you.
It's Cindy 5K for ovarian cancer.
That's right. Yeah. So another great cause. And again, just like the last 5K that we did, I'm going to be walking. So anybody that wants to walk with me, I know Andrea will be running. So it's something for everybody. Just a great way for us to get together, help a good cause. And then we will probably, I shouldn't say probably, we will be going out somewhere afterwards for some beverages too.
Excellent. And we have a Super Saturday in Boston.
Like you weren't going to go out for beverages.
Right. Yeah. I was like, probably, yeah, no, we will
Yeah.
be.
And on the 16th, we have a Super Saturday in Boston, and it's actually in Boston, not a suburb. So I've already registered for that. Melissa, were you able to get in and register for that? I know you were trying the other night. No, not yet. It's $20 for associates. Guests are free. You can register a guest, but I'd love to get as much of our team there as possible. So I was going to try to do the Rod Hairston thing in Ohio the weekend before, but I think I'm just going to focus on the Super Saturday because we can get a lot more people there on the 16th.
Jean,
Yes.
one of my team members, who's a consultant, Jennifer Benjamin, she wants to go to the 16th one. So I want to
good.
hook you guys up together so you can look.
Yes. That'd be great. That'd be great.
Thanks.
Cindy Walter is going to be on our call next Monday. So, yay. So,
I should be on time.
yes. I want to start a thread in our ambassador group about questions you guys might have for her. She's willing to talk about anything, but I'd like to have some good topics for her to cover with us. She's just wants to see us all succeed in whatever she can help us with. So I will get that post started. So that'll be next Monday. She will be with us. She also just messaged me and said that she will be doing the welcome message on HHP.
Oh, good.
So she's funny. She's like, I am. I'm like, yeah, you better be. So no, we all know she's now she's a name. She's a star. So, all right. Other things, anything, anybody? We good? That's a lot. Tomorrow's shake day. Reach out to everybody. Reach out to everybody.
One
Sense of
question.
urgency.
Oh, we got food delivered.
Oh, there you go.
Andrew
Yum.
said she has a question.
Thank you. So with the Isogenic Zoom on Wednesday, is it like a given that there's going to be a code, or is it not always?
Not always, but they do say that there will be one this week. There hasn't been one
There will
without
be. Okay, thank you.
to date.
Okay. All right,
So-
good. Because Julie, okay, thanks.
And one other thing with the codes, and I opened an account for my nephew last night because he's a college athlete, and I'm like, hello, like, how are you not using our products? And I shipped the stuff to Tampa where he goes to school. I set him up as a client not on auto ship, and that's a $39 fee, and that was waived with a free membership. So just keep that in mind. Like when we're enrolling people, don't feel like, oh God, they don't want to be on auto ship. They don't want this. They don't want that. And I don't know. I mean, he might love it and I might throw him on auto ship the next month. But at this point, you know, we were going to ship him one time, see how he liked it, see how it's going. And, you know, you still get that $39 waived. So it's something to keep in mind when you have these free membership codes, that it can still just be a client not on auto ship. And that's a huge savings.
Yeah.
So don't feel like, I mean, they do need to be on auto ships for some other incentives and whatnot, but if it's someone you're trying to get started and that is a barrier to entry for them, the auto ship, they've been burned in the past, you don't know what their next month's going to look like financially or where they're physically going to be located, don't let that stop you from getting some products in their hands. So wanted to throw that out there. Because I really didn't know if it was going to waive it. I didn't know if it had to be like on auto ship, and it didn't. So
Cool.
I've done that a couple times actually, and it's always waived it. So
Cool.
all right, people. That is all I have.
I
Thank you. Yep.
Enjoy your
See
food,
ya.
Becca.
will.
Bye. Remember the Wednesday call, everybody. Put on your calendars.
Yes, we'll put it on. We'll put that out there, and we'll also put the new Power Hour out there. So we will talk to you all this week.
See ya.
Yeah.
Take care. Thanks.